Shalom, guys.
Shalom.
Yes, welcome to the channel, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to be talking about something very special, something that's dear to our heart, and that's really the future. When I say future, I mean you got to leave an inheritance for your children's children, right? So that's what the scriptures say. That's what we live by. So, in today's video, we're going to give you what we learned about Tanzania just being here 3 years. So stay tuned.
So we recently came up on our 3-year anniversary in Tanzania, which sounds insane. Like it
Can't
doesn't
even, yeah,
seem like it's been that long.
really.
And so, because we left America with 3 children, now we have 5.
Exactly. Exactly.
So being here on the ground in Tanzania has taught us to focus on 3 main things, because you go through a lot being in a different country, meeting new people and all of these various things, starting new businesses and all of that. And the 3 core things are family, business, and getting back to the ancient path. Now, what do we mean by ancient path?
Me personally, I just think about the Most High and what He really called us to do coming here. I know we came over here for a purpose. Most High called us over here to really, like I said in the beginning of the video, is look out for our children's children. And we're trying to set them up in a way where they can be good after years to come.
Yeah, and sustainability. Because I know you got the chicken business going on, the stuff you're doing with chickens. And so, and if you think about it, because you brought out that scripture, leaving an inheritance for your children's children, that is actually a large inheritance that you'd have to leave.
Yeah.
Because your children's children, if each of your 5 children just had 2 children, but the average in Africa is typically 4 children. And so leaving a legacy behind is the most critical thing for our people in this time. We are literally in a spiritual and a physical war, evident by all the wars that are going on in the world. And we've been taught over time and time again in America, not to really care about our children, not to even think about our children's children. Like, what, being in America, there's nothing that we can say that we learned that told us to take care of our children's children.
Exactly.
That type of lifestyle comes straight from what the Bible teaches.
Yeah. And here, being on the ground in Tanzania, you see families have family businesses. So if one person's doing a restaurant, another person might have a restaurant, but it's different type of food. Or another person might have a, a boutique store, right? Another person might, have a store that sells electronics. So it's good that we're here and we're starting to see families just come together and work as a family business. They can have like say we leave an inheritance for our children. So that's pretty much what we're trying to strive for. 5 businesses for our children to run, so they can help their children and their family to come. So when you're here in Africa, that's what you see, like everywhere. Like being here in a small town, that's what we see. We see, I just met this guy. Oh, this is your brother. This is your sister. Well, I didn't know. Oh, is this your family business? Yes, this is my family business. My mom has a business. My dad has a business. My sister has a business. My other brother has a business, and they all come together to work together. So it's very important to actually see that in real life, because that's what it is, and that's what we need to go back to the ancient path.
Yeah, because it's definitely hard to see that in America, especially amongst Black people, which is another reason why they say that the Black wealth will in 2050 go to zero. But it could be like that by 2030 just by the type of things we're seeing. And so if you're still in America and you're like, how can I leave a legacy for my children? You first have to get out of a country where your cost of living is 50% over what your current income is.
So we don't know the cost of living now. It's too much now.
It is
can't
too
even
much.
speak on that.
I looked at rent in Columbus, Ohio, where we used to live. It's like
it's too much.
It doubled.
It's crazy.
It doubled. Looking back on America after leaving and not being there for 3 years, it looks completely insane. And we don't say that lightly. When we were in America, we already thought that it was insane. The shootings, back then it wasn't even inflation. Back then the cost of living was just too much and it was ridiculous and all of those things. And so, being here in Tanzania and now having established companies, having different ventures in agriculture and things like that, having a larger family, and looking back on it, it is wild.
Yeah, really. It's really reality when you really live in reality and step outside of America. Ah, it looks like the Matrix. It really does. It doesn't
Yep.
even look real.
It's crazy. But if you are someone who is looking to come to Tanzania, come to East Africa, travel Africa, then definitely visit the links in the description. And then if you're someone who wants to start your own business before you travel Africa and get yourself sustained beforehand, visit the link in the description again, because we have multiplier talents which can help you to work a few hours per day and use your creative genius to fund your lifestyle and that of the generations after you.
Yes.
Talk soon.
Shalom, guys.
Shalom.
All right.